There's a slow train coming, and she's coming to me. I can see her around the corner there, through the trees. She started rolling several years ago.
So here I am with Piers Barrington Smithe, formerly the lead guitarist with the Eton Boaters? Is that the right name? Yes, the Eton Boaters. So tell me, Piers, when did you support the Wafers?
Well, it must have been kind of like early '71, and they were doing a Putney thing, and we were in Chelsea, and they were kind of pushing our boundaries, but you know, it was really bad because eventually they got the deal and we didn't, and we faded into oblivion.
So Piers, I understand that you actually went to Eton with Mike from the Wafers. Could you tell me why, what do you think made the Wafers have the amazing success they had when the Boaters didn't have any actually?
Well, you know, we both went to school together, but you know, the rest of Mike's band and the Wafers didn't go to Eton or a school like that. I just think they had the common touch and not as much champagne as we did.
So tell me, Piers, how did you come to terms with the fact that the Wafers actually made it?
Well, we didn't. Ever since the day we saw them when that Bob Harris had them on the test with Pink Wafers Skies, our world crumbled, and that was it for us in the Boaters.
Excuse me, can I have a word? Can you tell me, do you remember the Pink Wafers from the 70s?
The Wafers, I was a bit young myself, but my mum, she was a massive fan. Huge!
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Would you mind if I did just a little interview with you?
Yeah, sure.
So yes, it's really wonderful that you actually knew of the Wafers, or your mother knew of the Pink Wafers. So please, what's your name anyway?
It's Sarah.
Sarah, right, please tell me, what do you remember about the Pink Wafers?
Well, as I was saying, you know, I was a bit too young, but my mother, God, she just had the albums, she just played everything the whole time, she had the t-shirts, she went to all the gigs. God knows, she saw them at the Isle of Wight how many times? 2, maybe 3 times. She was a big fan.
So Sarah, do you realise that Tom and Mike are actually going to get back together again?
No, my God.
Wonderful.
God, I'm going to phone my mum. She's going to be wild. That's going to be the best news she's heard all year. My mum, she just loved Reggie, and he was so good looking. She just loved that little beard of his. Just, oh my God, he just did it for her. And then, you know, he ends up strawberry jam. But I guess that's the way it goes, isn't it? It's a rock and roll lifestyle.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much. Excuse me, sir. Sir, excuse me. Could you tell me, do you remember the Pink Wafers?
Oh, the Pink Wafers?
Yeah.
Isle of Wight, 1972.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, yeah, they were fabulous. I was there. Magic. Pink Wafers Sky was the song. I went out straight away and bought it. It's fabulous.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, whatever happened to them?
Well, they're thinking of making a comeback, actually.
Comeback?
Yes.
Oh, great. Oh, where would that be? Local to Marlborough?
I think Mike and Tom are actually in the process of re-establishing the band.
Fabulous. Oh, well, keep me informed, man, and then I'd like to see them again.
Will do. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a nice day. Excuse me, girls. Do you remember a band called the Pink Wafers?
No, I don't.
Excuse me, boys. Do you remember a band called the Pink Wafers?
No, sorry.
Excuse me, sir. Do you remember a band in the 70s called the Pink Wafers?
Pink Wafers. I spent hours with my girlfriend listening to them.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah,
and you've got a beautiful pink jumper on as well.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Is this how you remember the band?
Well, of course.
God, that's fantastic.
Appreciate a good thing.
They're a good band, eh?
Absolutely.
Well, you're going to hear them again.
Okay, all the best.
Pink wafer skies, pink wafer skies, pink wafer skies.
Today I'm interviewing Jeff Martin, who is a journalist who used to work for the Rock-A-Go-Go magazine back in the early 70s, and he remembers well the Wafer's rise to fame.
Yeah, no, I do remember. The reviews at the time, we thought they were going to be really big. They were really big. They started really well. This song, it influenced loads of people. Everyone was talking about it. Dead man, dead band. But that was a great song. Pink Wafers Skies. That was the one that was really going to take them places that they never went. They went to Morocco, actually, in the end. That was their downfall. Well, and Reggie and the Bus, obviously. But it was that middle eight of Pink Wafers Skies that really did it for me. There she was, calling to me, I guess calling to Mike, calling to Tom, calling to Reggie. But I think she was calling to everybody. She's there, calling to me, talking to me, with flowers in her hair. That flowers, that's a reference to the psychedelic 60s, but I think actually what they were doing musically, they were going beyond the psychedelic 60s. This was something new, and everyone felt it was something new. That was why there was such a great influence. Unfortunately, it wasn't just Reggie's death. It was that guy, Frankie, I think his name was. Had some Cornish name, Wiltshire accent, but bandit all the same. He took all their money, they were poor, and had a bus accident. But she was still there. She's there, calling to me, talking to me, with flowers in her hair. That was something I think that affected everybody in that post-60s age. The fact that there was always there a girl calling to them with flowers in her hair. That was the past, and that was the future, and that was the reliving of youth. He knew Hendrix, you know, and Paul Kossoff. But then he died under a bus.
Pink wafer skies, pink wafer skies, pink wafer skies.
Is that Frank Redruth?
Who wants to know?
I understand that you used to be the manager for the Wafers.
Don't talk to me about those little gits.
Did you realise they're getting back together again, Frank?
What? There's only two of them left in there.
Frank, they wanted to know about what happened to their royalties.
Look, don't talk me about royalties, okay? They couldn't even tune their own bloody guitars up.
Well, come on, Frank. It'd be great to talk to you about the band, you know,
Just
and
get
Mike
on
and
my face, okay?
Tom and what you did with them. I mean,
Yeah.
well, that'd be fantastic, Frankie.
Now, just get out my face.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious.
Wafer skies, pink wafer skies, pink wafer skies.